From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
It's a big evening here on Evenings LALATE with incredible, great details about your fourth stimulus check updated 2021 today. In this recording, we're going to go over how much you're going to get under this fourth stimulus check. We can go over the monthly payments and the incredible analysis. And we'll go over the breaking news that happened just today with a hysterical news report detailing this fourth stimulus. Then the second half of this video, we go over the fifth stimulus. They'll raise your benefits up if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Rural Benefits, and also apply a benchmark. We'll see why that benchmark will raise your benefits not just for a year, but for a lifetime. And then in the middle of the quarter, we go over the thousands of dollars that viewers continue to get, and you're going to get it as well. It's a big evening with exciting, great news. I'm excited you're here. You made it to the weekend. But first, let's get to it. Let's get to Evenings LALATE. Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? This is Evenings LALATE. Hope you're having a beautiful Friday evening. You made it to the weekend. How is the weather where you are? And tell me where you're tuning in from. I'd love to hear how the weather is. It is sunny. It is beautiful. And it's slightly breezy, but not too much. Not warm at all here in Southern California, in Santa Monica. Hope your day is going well. So drop into the comments where you're tuning in from and how's the weather. In this fourth stimulus check update of 2021, we go over the incredible great news about that fourth stimulus check, how much you're going to get and when you're going to get it. And we go over a hysterical news report that came out today that's going to make you laugh. Every time I think about it, I start laughing. Then in the fifth stimulus package, we turn to that in the second half of this video, how it's going to raise your benefits up and why those benefits may be a lot more than anyone anticipated. And then in the middle of this recording, we go over the thousands of dollars that viewers continue to get, and it's your day to get it as well. This is LALATE, the only 24-hour-a-day, 7 days a week financial news channel. Live in the morning, taped in the evenings. I'm next with you with Evenings Crypto, and then overnights crypto as well. So don't miss either of those shows. And then learn about later in this video about the double chat room fun on this channel at night. Yeah, there's two chat rooms. Jekyll and Hyde, double personality. Yes, you get to have all the fun on this channel. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record in 1 year. Next stop, 1 million. Hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss a single video or a single penny of money. Also, like this video. 3,000 likes. Never forget to like a video because it really helps in the algorithm rankings. And also consider becoming a member. Let's get right into that fourth stimulus check from Jalapal and the Senate proposal. The House bill from Jalapal provides a monthly stimulus check for the remainder of the pandemic plus 1 year. Let's compare that against the Senate proposal. First, Jalapal's bill. Pandemic plus 1 year monthly stimulus check. Senate proposal, July to December. And then let's look at the monthly amounts. Jalapal's bill, $2,000 the first month after $2,000 the second month after the first month of $2,000. And then the Senate amount is unknown. But word on the street is the Senate monthly amount is this. Wow. $2,000 a month over 6 months, $12,000. Oh boy. Or $1,400 a month over 6 months, $8,400. Yes. Now, before you get ready to vote, if you're in the live chat just after 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, or in the chat or in the comments underneath the video if you're watching later in the day, let's go back to some macroeconomics at issue. Many legislators contend that the pandemic may be over, and if that's the case, then Jalapal's bill would not provide pandemic plus 1 year. Rather, 1 year, which would be, under Jalapal's bill, 12 checks, $13,000 over 12 months, compared to this in 6 months. Oh yeah, I think you got an opinion now. So drop in the comments right now, either in live chat or in the comments whenever you're watching this video. Senate or House, which one you like, and tell me how the weather is as you're watching this evening's LALATE broadcast and where you're tuning in from. All right, let's go over the other items you need to know about this fourth stimulus check. First, how much you're going to get. $75,000 or less, you get the fourth stimulus check. Married couple, $150,000 or less, you get the fourth stimulus check. Double it. Household 4 or less, you get the fourth stimulus check. Quadruple it. And finally, Beneficiaries, yes, you get the fourth stimulus check. SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, and veteran benefits, you get the fourth stimulus check. The amount of the stimulus check would be the same for everyone. So adult dependents, minor dependents, everyone else, the same amount of stimulus check. It is not income, so it's not taxable. It is not taken out for anything that we know of just yet, but we don't know about child support. The fourth stimulus check would not come out in waves because it's not a waivable check. Guys, check, how are you? It's not a waivable check. It comes on a monthly basis. And the fourth stimulus check would come in the month of July. The legislators they're representing things, not me, because I'm not a legislator. I'm just a reporter. They represent the vote would be in the month of July. That means that the fourth stimulus check would come in the month of July for the month of July, and then the month of August for the month of August. And there you go. That is the first of 3 parts of your fourth stimulus check updated 2021 in this video. Coming up in a second, breaking news about this, and at the third part, the hysterical news report about this that came out today that has me laughing. But first, let's get a preview of the second half of this video. And it is fifth stimulus. Fifth stimulus raises up your benefits in the fall, in September, with an SSI reform. It raises up everyone's benefits from SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, and more, and applies a new benchmark. We'll be going over how that new benchmark is unfolding and how this change will change you for a lifetime. Wonderful news. But first, let's cut back to some big moolah, as Sir Loin would say. Yes, there are thousands of dollars available for viewers every single day, and I want you to get that money because we are not tracking checks. We are cashing checks on the channel. I do not want to hear anyone saying, what day are they calling the step 3 of the 9-step votes? What day is the check going out in the month of July and arriving in my bank account? I don't want you doing that. We did that in 2020. Why? You don't do that because that you're dependent upon the arrival of something by a minute of the hour. I want you to get money on the come, and we're going to go over this big money right now. If you're one of those viewers who have gotten this money, congratulations. Drop in the comments right now what you got and where you got it. We don't go less than an hour without a viewer getting SNAP, rent, utilities. That is killing it. I want you to continue killing it. So get a pen and paper ready. We're going to go over the big money you can get right now. If you got some, you're going to get some more. And if you haven't, you're going to get it right now. You're not waiting around for a stimulus check. And the first item is $250 billion. That ain't all for you. That's the share. Come on, sharing's caring. So you can have 249. I'll have a bit. Yeah, it's to share. It's landing from your federal government at your city, counties, and states last week and this week. So go get it. We're going to go over all the details in just a second. Remember, each place has different eligibility. So if one says no, the other one will say yes. Keep on going on till you get that yes. They also have their own pots of money. We're going to start with rent, which is incredible. It's about $5,000, 4 to 6 months of rent. Then there is renters' utilities, then mortgage assistance, and then homeowners' utilities. All right, you got that pen and paper ready? Here we go. 6 places to get it. City Hall, City Housing Authority. County Hall, County Housing Authority. State Hall, State Housing Authority. You're going to reach out to them and ask for rent assistance because of COVID. Rent assistance because of COVID. Or mortgage assistance because of COVID. Yes. There you go. Those are the words you're going to say. You're not going to say stimulus. They won't know what stimulus means. And you also will not say lemon-free yogurt. Lemon-free yogurt? Yeah, excuse me, what? What do you mean lemon-free yogurt? Yeah, they won't know what that means either because they're in the rent department. So don't say words they don't know. That's how you'll get it. $5,000 for rent. Congratulations, approximately. Congratulations to Tim and Linda who got that money. And viewers continue to get it every few hours on this channel. If you're one of those viewers, drop in the comments right now. Let's get to the next pot of money. And boy, viewers have been killing it on this one. Lynn Glenn, her son, herself, her mom, Gail got this money as well. And what is it? It's SNAP. Let's snap right to it. It is money for food. Comes from Department of Agriculture. Where do you get it from? Department of Agriculture. Reach out to Department of Agriculture. It is money for your food. How much? A family of 4 in Hawaii gets upwards of $16,000 a year. One viewer recently, just a few days ago, got $500 a month. That is a fortune. You can do the math. That's about $6,000 a year. So how do you get it? You reach out to Department of Agriculture. But why is it so much money? It's because of 2 wonderful executive orders, one from Biden and one from Trump, that raised everyone's benefits up 15% between now and December. Go get that money. And we are killing it. 10 minutes into this video, we've gotten $6,000 for rent, for family of 4 in Hawaii, $5,000 for rent, $16,000 for SNAP for a family of 4 in Hawaii, and $5,000 for rent. We are killing it, but we are just getting started. Next step on the money train is $5,000 one viewer got. And what is this? It's coming from your states. I'm going to go over how much you get, how you get it, and when you get it, starting right now. The federal government has identified states as overpaying unemployment benefits due to computer error and then asking you to return it. Well, guess what? The federal government said, no, that was your money to keep. Give it back to the citizens' states. So now the federal government has ordered the states to return the money back to you. Yes. So how do you get this money? On the bank account you have on file with your state. When? Reach out to your respective state. Every state has different routing times. One viewer got $5,000 for this. The next pot of money is just wonderful. COD, C-O-D, jumped into overnight's crypto 2 nights ago, just like another viewer did 2 days before him, to say he got his money for this on his direct deposit. We're now at 3 viewers who have jumped into that overnight show just to help you know that they got their money, that you're going to get theirs as well. That's the spirit of this channel, viewers helping viewers. Let's go over how much you're going to get, when you're going to get it, how you're going to get it, and also how to track it. First, how much? It's a lot. It is the amount you paid on taxes to IRS on that 2020 return. Let's go over all the details starting right now. How much money is it? It is the amount you paid on taxes for your 2020 unemployment benefits. So let's take, for example, let's say you had $9,000 of unemployment benefits in 2020. You paid $5,000 in your total tax bill to IRS on the 2020 return, of which $4,000 was your taxes on unemployment benefits. Congratulations, you are getting back $4,000 from IRS. Next, how? If you have a direct deposit set up like COD, it will go to that direct deposit account. Otherwise, in the mail. So watch surgically, go through that mail surgically over the next few weeks, because the letter envelope is razor thin. You don't want to displace it. Next, when? In the month of June. Checks were sent out in the month of May. And finally, how to track? Go to irs.gov. Set up a username and password. Go in there. Put your username and password in there. Do a search called a transcript search, and then 70% of the time it will work. It will reveal that under your Social Security number, you filed a 2020 tax return, you paid the taxes, and a refund check was issued, and you'll be able to track it. What's better than that? The second part of our 3-part update about the forced stimulus check of 2021 in this video. And it turns to Leader Schumer. A week ago today, Leader Schumer confirmed not 1, but 3 of the reports that had been reported. And what did he say? Number 1, the reconciliation process for the forced stimulus is underway. Away we go. It is already underway. Far before when he made that announcement, it was already underway, is what he said. Number 2, Leader Schumer confirmed that the reconciliation will be done with the final vote by about July 4th. And number 3, Leader Schumer confirmed that bipartisan negotiations by the president will not hold up the final vote. More about that in the third part with a hilarious news story out today. All right, so how do we get to that point of Leader Schumer announcing that? It started again with Jalapal. Magician Jalapal got us going and got the ball rolling over a week earlier when Jalapal wrote Leader Schumer a letter saying, call the vote on the recon. Now, why did Jalapal say that? Because the vote is ready to be called. And the letter by Jalapal to Schumer was co-signed by about 12 Democratic House members. If these names look familiar, they should. They were among the 100 House Democrats who wrote the president a letter weeks earlier, saying they're going to put forced stimulus checks into the forced stimulus package. Oh, boy. So the same people that wrote yes. Does it get better than that? Oh, it gets a lot better than that. It gets a lot better than that. When a week ago today, 7 House Democrats wrote the president a letter saying, we're going to work with you to put multiple stimulus checks in the forced stimulus package. Work with you is a euphemism because they write the legislation, not the president. He's in the executive branch, not the legislative branch. Well, who are these people to say they're going to write this legislation? They just happen to be in the subcommittee of the House that is solely and exclusively responsible for writing stimulus check legislation. Oh my goodness, really? Yes, they wrote the first stimulus check. They wrote the second stimulus check. They wrote the third stimulus check. And now they're telling the president they're writing that monthly 4th stimulus check. Oh boy, that's good news. Does it get better than that? It does. This last Tuesday, the President of the United States announced that he had met with global leaders of the G7 countries to raise the global minimum corporate tax rate. Well, then later that day, he had big exciting news where he told insiders in the U.S. that when forced stimulus is signed into law, he's going to then reach out to the G7 countries to have them formally agree to that higher global minimum corporate tax rate of 15%. And if they do, he's going to come back and drop our U.S. corporate tax rate. Wow, now that is exciting. Does it get better than that? It does. With a news report out today that the president's going to have meetings with those G7 countries this weekend about the subject matter. So I will have the update for you about those meetings. Very little is known about those meetings just yet. So I'll have the update for you about those meetings with the G7 countries this weekend. Oh boy, stay with me this weekend on LA. And then it got better, of course, on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. On Wednesday, the president said he was rejecting the Republicans' counterproposal. On Thursday, Senate Democrats saying they're rejecting as well and telling Leader Schumer, call the vote. And then on Friday, Leader Schumer saying, we're calling the vote. And there you go. In this third part of this video, I'm going to be going over what calling the vote is and that hysterical news report out about the president and forced stimulus. It's very, very funny. Oh, boy, getting ready for a laugh. And also coming up in the second half of this video, this stimulus and the big raising up of benefits. But first, I got great news. It's the volunteers. The volunteers are available for you on the community page to help you find that rent, utilities, mortgage, and internet if you can't find it. Why? Because they are the embodiment of the Purple Power. Purple Power started with me on day one, not just reading news reports. This is not a channel where I just read news reports. I get people money. And on day one, I handheld people through the EIDL loan process, getting their loans approved, saving their businesses, saving their households, saving their employees' livelihoods, getting $25 million in EIDL loans approved for viewers of this channel who otherwise were not getting those loans approved. In fall of 2020, we had another problem when we saw the second stimulus may not get finished. So I started this, which became Purple, rent, utilities, and more. Got viewers $250,000 to save their livelihood during the holidays before second stimulus got approved. And finally, the volunteers. The volunteers embody that spirit of the Purple Power, viewers helping viewers. They have stepped forward as viewers just like you to help you get this money if you try to get it yourself and you can't find it. So how do you reach out to the volunteers? On the community page. Open the description of this video. Go down in the description of this video. Find the community page. There's an emoji of a house. There's a link over to the community page. Click that link. It sends you over to the community page. On the community page is a picture of some kitty cats. Those aren't the volunteers. They're just kitty cats. You can't have everything. They're just sitting there just looking beautiful. Lower on the page are the volunteers. They're separated from Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Reach out to them and they'll help you get that money. And I will be back with you in 60 seconds after the commercial break with big updates still about fourth stimulus and fifth stimulus. Stay with me. I'll see you in 60 seconds as Evenings LA continues. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now on Evenings LA with more exciting details about your fourth stimulus check and your fifth stimulus check and a hysterical news report about forced stimulus. How are you? How's the weather where you are? And how is your Friday evening going with you? Stay with me all weekend long. I'm live in the morning, taped in the evening, all weekend long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, financial news, all the day, all the night. And you want to stay with me this weekend because there's a lot of breaking news out of the White House this weekend anticipated and a lot of surprises from crypto. So subscribe, 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record in 1 year, next stop 1 million. Hit that subscribe button. Like this video, 2,000-3,000 likes. Never forget to like a video. It really helps the algorithm ranking. And consider becoming a member. Later in this video, I'm going to go over membership in a second. But let's turn now to fifth stimulus. Fifth stimulus heats up this fall by raising up your benefits. Let's go over all the details and what broke differently today in the news. So they'll raise up your benefit limits, remove the asset limit at inflationary benchmark, then remove the marriage penalty and remove the income exclusion. Let's go over what that means, and let's go over the analysis behind this. What does this mean? First, they're going to raise up everyone's benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, survivor benefits, SSA, and multiple beneficiaries. Raise it up to a big new number. Then they're going to apply a new benchmark. That benchmark is inflation. It's a lot better than the Elizabeth Warren plan, which was going to tie you to CPIE. No, inflation's the one you want to be tied to. That's the one that's expected to be the highest number of a generation this December. Now, we had a lot more of economic data that came out this morning. The new job creation number, non-farm payroll number came out, which talks about job creation. It was weak. It was weak. Did not show that the economy is rebounding as quickly as analysts thought. Means we need more relief. Means that inflation may be really kicking in. And most analysts think that inflation rates will be somewhere between 2 to 7%. Let's use 6% as a benchmark, as our example. First, they're going to raise up your benefits under fifth stimulus. Then they'll apply the benchmark of 6%, if it's 6%, for example, in December. That means your benefits next year will go up 6%. But not just for next year, lifetime. The way that a benchmark works is that once they raise up your benefits, it never steps down. It's always plus that number. So if in 2 years from now the inflation rate is 0%, you're still at plus 6%. Wonderful, wonderful news. Now, what else are they going to do? They're going to move the asset cap. So you'll be able to have more than $3,000 on hand, getting rid of a 1980s law, just in time to get those stimulus checks in your hand. They're going to remove the income cap, dating back to a very old 1960s law that says you can't work. Now you'll be able to work. And they're going to remove and get rid of the marriage penalty. Just a horrible rule. Love is going to win, and you will be able to marry your longtime love interest and not lose benefits. And if you are married, you will no longer suffer from the marriage penalty. That's fifth stimulus this September, out the door in November, in your benefits in about November they represent, and then the step up next January. Now, here's what you also need to know, is that fifth stimulus is called the American Family Plan, but there's a lot of money in there for single individuals. There is money in there for single individuals, for single hazard pay, and for single seniors. So how do you learn what this money is? By becoming a member. The member link's at the top of this chat and the pinned comment. Members are delivered from me on the community page from YouTube every day, a breakdown of what's in the fifth stimulus, what's in the fourth stimulus, and what's in the third stimulus. Because you need to know what money you're entitled to. Because sometimes it's not covered anywhere else. It's important to know this money because it's first come, first serve. For example, money for single individuals, money for single hazard pay, money for single seniors in the fifth stimulus. Every day, the community page of YouTube via me sends you out a delineation. And if you have it set up by direct into your email address, it goes into your email address. Sends you what's in the third, fourth, and fifth. It's important to know that. But at minimum, subscribe. Because why? The next 4 weeks is going to be complicated. It's going to be complicated because third, fourth, and fifth stimulus will all be landing at the same time, and it'll be hard to tell which one is which. Which brings me back to fourth stimulus, with two things I want to go over in our third part of the fourth stimulus update of this video. In this fourth stimulus check update to 2021, at the tail end, I want to go over calling the vote, but I also want to go over a hysterical new article published today. The hysterical new article talks first about progressives and the president. Before I go over the article, I want to make this clear to you so you remember. The reconciliation process is already underway. The reconciliation process will not be held up by anything the president's doing with meeting with people, and the reconciliation process will be done by July 4th. But let's go over this hysterical article. The article says that initially some progressives are pulling their hair out because they're just very annoyed by the president having bipartisan meetings with Shelley Moore Capito. Who? So the progressives don't understand why the president has to spend any time chatting with them. Now, the insiders say the president understands 100% that this will be going by reconciliation, that it will finish with reconciliation, and that the meetings with Shelley Moore Capito won't result in anything fruitful. But what the president thinks he needs to do is send an optics to the public that he has been nice to Shelley Moore Capito and that he continues to meet with her. Well, the people quoted in the article said that while the president first says that the president has spent far more than enough time meeting with Shelley Moore Capito and that he doesn't need to indefinitely meet with her every single day for the rest of his life. But then the article goes on to say that when the midterm elections come around, no one is going to penalize the president because he was not nice enough to Shelley Moore Capito because no one knows who Shelley Moore Capito is. That's what the article actually said. And to tell you the truth, that's all he's meeting with. He's meeting with this person, Shelley Moore Capito. And I don't know who she is either. It's a legislator. I don't know every legislator. Now, you know all the cast of characters from 2020. And I've seen some of your comments. Why haven't we heard from this person? Why haven't we heard from that person? Because there's a new cast of characters. There's a new season. It's a new season on Love and Stimulus. There's Love and Hip Hop. This is Love and Stimulus. There's a new cast of characters. They brought in new cast members this season. And it's Joe and Shelley Moore Capito. And no one understands what his obsession is with having lunch every day with Shelley Moore Capito. But progressives have said, no one is going to care that you didn't have any more lunches with her because no one knows who she is. It sounds like a line from Love and Stimulus, doesn't it? I don't know your resume. Have you done anything before this show? I don't know who you are. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Shelley. So there you go. That article was hysterical, and it's actually someone said that on the record. Needless to say, that was not off the record. They had no qualms to say that on the record. Let's go back now to understanding calling the vote. Calling the vote is a 9-step process to calling the vote. There's 9 steps involved for the reconciliation process. Let's go over the first half are procedural, second half are substantive. Step 1 is the subcommittee of the House has to call the procedural vote. Step 2, the House floor has to call the procedural vote. Step 3, the Senate has to vote on the procedural bill, and Step 4, the president has to vote on the procedural bill. At that point, the tow truck, the procedural section, is passed over the finish line. Now time to do the substantive bill. Step 5, I think I'm on, is where the House subcommittee votes on the substantive bill. At this point, the House subcommittee could put in those monthly stimulus checks as they so represent they're going to. They don't have to, but they can. Step 6, the House floor votes on the substantive bill. Step 7 and 8 is the 2-day vote-a-rama in the Senate. At that point, the senators could put in multiple stimulus checks if the House members have not. Or if the House members did put in stimulus checks, the senators could modify it by amendment. And Step 9, the president signs into law. What's important to understand is that you need to push purple power. You've started to do well. I saw some of your tweets. You need to do a lot more. Hashtag MSC, hashtag purple power. Share these videos on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Tag your elected officials. More importantly, you know how we talk on this channel. We are cashing checks. We aren't tracking checks. Some people have sent me messages asking, what day is vote number 2 going to occur? What hour in the month of July is the first check going to arrive? We ain't doing that on this channel, folks. That was people before this channel came into existence in 2020, where people were dependent upon the hour and week in which the first stimulus check arrived. We aren't tracking checks. We're cashing checks. So I want you to get that rent, utilities, and food and internet, all this other money you're available for. But I don't want you to be dependent upon the hour and week and minute and second of the day that a particular step 5 of a 9-step vote is occurring. Not a question you should be asking and not a concern you should be focused on. You focus on getting to the finish line, but also I want you to focus on pushing, because these legislators have traditionally had laws and still not paid on them, had bills and not called the vote, and had promises and folded like lawn chairs. So you need to make sure that they push this to the finish line. And with that, I look forward to seeing you next on Evening's Crypto. Join me on that big show, followed by Overnight's Crypto. And then, stop the music. Wait, stop the music. We have not one, but 3 double chat room fun rooms every night on this channel. Viewers are having a lot of fun trying to figure out how to maneuver them. Yes, when Overnight Crypto airs, also, you can jump into Evening's Crypto. And while Overnight Crypto airs, you can also jump into no less than 4 Overnight's LA shows. And then when Overnight Crypto airs, you can also jump into early mornings LA. You can literally be in multiple chat rooms at the same time on this channel. It's a lot of fun, and a lot of viewers are having fun trying to maneuver them in the same chat room. So if you've not experienced the excitement of a double chat room on this channel, enjoy it tonight. And with that, make sure you subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, YouTube record, next up 1 million. Like this video and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk Purple Power Casino VIP. Stay informed, stay focused. I don't know who you are, Shelly. And stay with LA for more.